All right, we're getting into On My Grind. And if you tune into vibesradio.co.ke, you'll see our guest ako hapo ameshikilia mbuzi mkononi bana.
Kwanza ameshikilia ka Jesus.
Ameshikilia as in, let my people enjoy.
I've never known you can hold a goat like that and just cuddle it and kiss it.
I'm even
Jesus
shocked.
Christ.
Caleb, good morning.
This is Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Yes, Kamala Harris, and the brother is called Joe. They're the first twins that were born in this farm.
Uh-huh.
They were actually born the day they were inaugurated, so very special.
Oh wow. So guys, it's a very special guest in studio. Na hajakuja solo, amekuja na Kamala mwenyewe. Pull up. How say wakuklap wako wapi bana? Just when you need them, guys, make welcome Caleb Karuga. Yes, indeed. Caleb is going to be speaking to us on my grind about farming. Now, interestingly, Caleb, I told guys that when I started journalism, we actually worked together at K24 Kitambo San.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Sheila was my colleague for a couple of years and she disappeared.
Yes, I disappeared. No, I didn't disappear. You disappeared because you went into farming while I stayed in media. Tell us about your journey, Caleb. How did you start farming?
And why farming?
Back when I was employed, God came to this farm 10 years ago, Lisa Farm, because I really wanted to eat healthy. I'm particular with what I eat. So started one cock and two hens, and I would bring the eggs sometimes to the office, and my colleagues would love the taste of the eggs. And I thought, why not make this into a business?
Yeah.
And 10 years later, it became a business, despite the highs and lows, more lows than highs.
Yeah.
It's been quite the journey.
More lows than highs.
Definitely. I mean, there's a time I was kicked out literally with a panga in Mombasa.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Some land there, it didn't work out. I didn't have a lease agreement. And this is to the young people who don't have money to buy land.
Yeah.
So go lease land, but have a watertight lease agreement. Manake, after mchicha umekuwa, almost a meter length, became so the land like, sisi tunataka kulima kwa hivyo kaka, ondoka, rudi kwenye bara.
Jesus.
And that's what happened. We lost 6 acres of land and about 300K worth of investment.
Oh my God.
All those things.
Yeah.
Damn.
So let me get this straight. Was it always in your plan to get into farming, agriculture, even while you're at the media? From way back, ama ilikuwa just like a thought that just came out of nowhere and then you dove in?
No. Actually, people think I had like a 5-10 year plan. I said with journalism or get into media. No.
Yeah.
Farming for me was a side hustle. You know, the way you're a journalist, you have like a biashara of car hire or a biashara of selling shoes from the UK.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, you try another hustle. If it doesn't work, you go to another one. So for me, farming was just another side hustle.
Wow.
But it was just another side hustle. It wasn't like my calling, my purpose, I want to do it, about it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I got into it when I would say there was a neo-agrarian revolution. A revolution was taking place in agriculture at that particular time.
Yeah.
So there was the greenhouse farming. Young people were now saying it's sexy to go back to the farm.
Yeah.
Farming is cool. And there were musicians saying farming is cool.
Yeah.
So, and I got into it at a very interesting period because even the government at that time was putting emphasis on young people getting into the farms. However, I bought into the hype.
Oh, you bought into the hype.
I bought the hype because that time we were doing quail farming and we were told an egg is 150 shillings.
Yeah.
In a month, that egg was going for 5 shillings.
Yeah. What?
Did you get into quail business?
Did I? Do birds fly? Of course we did.
Dude, me too, bro. Me too, man.
You see the goat shed? You see the goat shed stand?
Yeah.
There were about 2,500 quails here.
Oh, wow.
I thought we were the next millionaire.
Yeah. You don't have quails now?
What are quails again?
My God. Listen, Caleb, hold that thought. Guys, we're being given advice. You're hearing that this wasn't his life plan, but it wasn't his life plan, but I'm telling you right now, it's definitely his plan because ako kwa radio. Doing an audiovisual interview na ameshikilia mbuzi mwenyewe kama la kwa mkono. Definitely this is part of his plan.
This is amazing. Yeah.
All right, remember, we're going to be speaking to Caleb Atatuambia. In fact, he's even gone with the MVP word. Pali nilisema, you don't necessarily always have to have a plan.
Yeah.
Umesikia?
100%.
Trust and let go.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
Say tuko na Caleb Karuga, farmer extraordinaire, and alikuwa anatuambia how he got into farming. Imagine umeenda umelease land pahali, and I know a lot of young farmers do that because you don't have the land doesn't mean that you can't start. And then ati umefarm hapo nini kameanza kutokelezea mwenye shamba na show up.
Manze bana. Hey, those are some of the problems you had to go through, Mr. Caleb, right?
Caleb, ulikuwa umefanya insurance?
Yes. You see, when you're starting farming, you really don't think about these things that are going to hit you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm a person who trusts very easy. I mean, I shake on it. I work like a Jew.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see the need for it. But now, every place I lease land, the first thing I do is let's have a legally binding lease agreement. Mikakati ya kwamba niko hapa kwa miaka ngapi, for how long, what am I going to produce? Because there's some people, when you see you doing pig farming, naturally they hate pigs, so they are going to kick you out because who told you to come and rear pigs in my farm? So capture every detail. What are you going to do for how long? It's irrigation. What type of irrigation are you going to be doing? Is it drip irrigation, overhead irrigation? What fertilizers? Sababu, there are some guys who tell you, in my farm I don't want to see DAP, CA, and this inorganic fertilizer. So you must capture everything you're doing.
So now, Mr. Caleb, first of all, you have a very inspiring story. But, and of course, today's theme on this conversation that we're having is about self-employment and agriculture. But when I look at your website, you're definitely very busy in your farm. You have poultry rearing, horticulture, beekeeping, fish farming. We go at tea milk and agri consulting.
Wow.
So in terms of what it takes to run all these parts of farming, should I say agriculture, which one is the most demanding and where do you get your most returns?
Wow, loaded question. I'll try and hammer it in a minute. Now, for the longest time, we were told to specialize in, say, poultry or specialize in cabbage farming or whatever. In my 10 years of experience, I don't think I'll sit with a young person listening to us and tell them, specialize in one thing. Reason being, we've got climate change. The seasons are changing. Market is changing. Look at the people who are doing cabbages and who are supplying to schools. Last year in March, schools closed because of COVID. So for a whole year, they didn't sell anything to schools. So what do you tell this young person? So I'm of your opinion. Like now, you see here, I have 10 goats and about 5 sheep. I have a bit of chicken. I have 15 beehives. I have a bit of horticulture. So I would rather I get, say, 5 liters today. A liter is 200, so that's 1,000 bob.
Wow.
May not sound like a lot of money, but that's a G. Let's go to chicken. I sell, say, 100 chicken, day-old chicks. I get, say, 5K profit. That's once a week. I do a bit of beekeeping. I sell 5 jars of honey. That's 5K. Kidogo. I diversify my risk. As opposed to putting all my eggs, quote unquote, in one basket. However, for young people getting into it, I would advise start with just 1 or 2. Don't do so many because, I mean, I can do 10 now. I can afford to do 10. But start with 1 or 2. Say 100 chicken and a few vegetables, akina managu, akina mchicha. That way you'll have what I call cash flow. So the mistake you are making is you start with 1,000 chicken and you want to make a kill in December or over the April holidays. God forbid your chicken die, say, in March or April. It happens. People are rearing chicken with the season in mind.
See, Easter.
I will tell you, don't do that. Please don't do that.
So what did you start with? Is it poultry? Did you start with poultry?
Quail. Alianza na quail.
Quail came later. I started with 1 cock and 2 hens and 3 pigs.
Wow.
Then I went now into cows. This shed, again, people see this, they're like, wow. You have no idea. This was once a rabbit hutch.
Okay.
The rabbit business died. Ended up in premium tiers. Nikafuga quail. Died. The business died.
Wow.
I didn't feel the business died. So the quail business died. I did dairy cows. Hapa kulikuwa na zizi la ng'ombe. The cows died, 3 of them.
Guy.
Now I'm doing goats here. I hope they're not going to die.
Well, you're putting them in that same shed. Maybe the shed is the problem. Maybe there's something in the shed. Why are you putting them in the same shed?
I can tell you if you have a minute for me. I can tell you why this business had to fail. Number one, we didn't have a quail egg or meat consuming culture. Ile mila ama mtindo wa kumla kware ama mayai ya kwa. We still don't have a very strong rabbit meat consuming culture.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can't go to a restaurant or a kibanda and say I want ugali na sungura choma. Hamna. Then we have those ones.
Yeah.
So that's why those people had to tell at that particular point. Cows died because, let me not be honest with you, I didn't have passion for cows.
Okay.
Today I see cows as slave queens.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much work.
Too much work.
Unaifungulia unaipeleka huko chini asubuhi jioni lazima unaitembesha.
That's hilarious.
Exactly. And you see, I'm on this land. Something else I probably should have pointed. I'm on this land. This is 1 acre.
Yeah.
It takes 10 years a year.
Yeah.
So with that 1 acre, you're trying to squeeze everything in one place.
Yeah.
So you don't even have land to grow fodder for the cow. But this one, malitu kidogo, you grow fodder and they are not heavy consumers. Goats are not heavy consumers compared to cows.
Yeah.
The value of a liter of milk of a cow milk is about 50 bob. Which one would you have?
Yeah.
What about your horticulture? Where do you do your horticulture? Same land?
Yes, this land. I was serious with horticulture about 3 years ago. I was doing chicha, I was doing managu, skumaki spinach. But then I reevaluated my business. And I tell young people to audit your business.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, the energy you're using to come and harvest and take to the market, and the money you are getting at the end of the day, that space taken by skumaki spinach and managu, could it have been under another valuable crop or safe fodder for your livestock? So after 10 years, I was like, you know what? Watu wengi sana wameingilia biashara ya skumaki spinach managu. Let me move away from that. I'm not saying it's a bad business, but I don't think it's for me for now. So I'd rather do something else that I spend less time at the farm, but I get more value.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know, as we're about to take a short commercial break, do you ever, just look at a farmer doing their thing over there? Is there a wrong way to do it? Like, you're doing goats right now. Probably the farm next door. Is there a wrong way to do it?
Yes and no. I guess for me, the starting point that I see is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm seeing people trying to copy paste my success or lack thereof.
Yeah.
You come to benchmark on what Caleb is doing, and since Caleb only has 10 goats, you have millions of money. You're that baby. What do you call that baby? That baby amwanya natiwa mali na baba yake. Trust fund baby.
Trust fund. Yeah.
Yeah. So since you mukona pesa, you go to the 100 goats to compete with Caleb.
Yeah.
That's the wrong way of getting into it. You want to make more money than your neighbor.
Yeah.
Run your own race. Get your own clientele. Ukija hapa, usiseme, I want to be better than Caleb. Yes, you'll be better, but can you start with one goat?
Yeah.
If you see 15 hives, don't start with 15. Start with one. Probably Irene, Hamna, Nuki. So enter your own style. Something else. When you're looking for market, some of us are leveraging on social media. I'm very big on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, kila mahali.
Yeah.
If you're not a social media person, in this day and age, you're going to find it a bit tricky to get market.
Whoa.
If you're relying on the broadcast to come to your market, to come to your farm, or take your produce to, say, under a tree, which is a market, you're going to struggle more than some of us.
Whoa! So you're saying every farmer right now needs to be on social if they want to get their products to a bigger market.
I cannot overemphasize the need for that, because all these conferences we are attending, I was in Arusha last week, moderating a whole conference about traditional African vegetables.
Yeah.
Where did the people find me? On social media, not even my website, actually. On social media.
Yeah.
Your potential client is a click away. They are caught up in traffic. Right now, they are listening to Vibes Radio. And they are tuned in. Where do they get their sources of information? They're not waiting for traditional media when they're nyumbani watch TV. Wako kwa radio, wako kwa mtandao, wako YouTube.
Yeah.
Wako Facebook. They're scrolling. A guy is being frustrated at work. They want to get into farming. Where do they get the information from? On social media.
All right.
So I'm not saying social media is the answer to all your marketing issues about farming.
Yeah.
But it plays a very, very key role in the success of any farm.
I love it. 28 minutes to 10 a.m. Do remember we're speaking to Caleb Karuga. He's a farmer. Nasai. Kamala Menda. Kamala ndio uko hapo nyuma. Caleb, look at Kamala. As Caleb addresses Kamala. We're going to... Kamala ni mbuzi kwa farm yake hapo. What would you call your goat?
My goat, Daisy, if it's a female. And if it's a dude, I'll call him, I'll have to think about it.
You thought about the female goat, but you didn't think about
yeah.
hey, Kev.
You know.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
Tukiendelea kusonga, we got a very special guest, Caleb Karuga. Alafu tunaongea juu ya farming. Is farming fun? Is it what you should be doing? Madre anasema Kwambox, I'm also a farmer and an agrovet attendant. I started with 50 chicken. I fed them well. They survived till they reached 1.5 months. 26 of them died. But I didn't give up. 26 died out of 50, but he didn't give up. He's still on farming. Madre anasema pia nimelima strawberries. Amepiga picha hapo na ma strawberries zake kwa shamba. Hey, I love MVPs who are on their grind. On SMS line 40131, Mali coming through anasema nice to hear Caleb on vibes. He's an inspiration. I'd say because I got into farming recently. Keenly listening to the conversation, Kwanza goat farming. And of course on Facebook we have Aizongesh, ako hapo ndani amengia na Simon Wandagika, loving the vibes that are coming through your stereo. Now getting back into the conversation, Caleb.
Yeah.
Yes, so a lot of things, first things first, is farming, would you advise a young person to get into farming? Is farming cool? Does it make money? Itanifanya niomoke?
Is there security in farming?
Yes, I guess the messaging has been wrong. We are telling young people to get into farming to do what? To produce the way our parents, our grandparents produce.
Yeah.
I have a different school. I come from a different school of thought. Why don't we tell them, get into farming, but what are the opportunities available in the agriculture value chain? All of us can be goat farmers.
Yeah.
But Sheila can come and say, Caleb, I don't like goat.
Yeah.
However, I'll be processing your goat milk to yogurt. I'll be processing the milk to cheese, to butter, to whatever you want.
Yeah.
So can we have now more young people looking at where do they plug in into this thing called agriculture, as opposed to everyone is producing. Kila mtu ako na nyanya kwa greenhouse. Then tunapatana sokoni, we have a glut of tomatoes or onions.
Yeah.
Yet few people are producing or making tomato paste. Look at Nigeria. Nigeria is the largest importer of tomato paste in Africa.
Imagine.
Yet Kenya, we are giving our pigs and cows tomatoes because we have a glut. So any young people getting into it, I will tell you, sit down with a mentor. Let them tell you the field you want to get into, these are the opportunities that are available. Then you make an informed decision. Will you be at the producing end or will you be a value additioning person?
Yeah.
So agriculture plays, but get into it knowing that there are exit routes you can take immediately.
Yeah.
Like for example, where I wouldn't get into dairy cow farming again, I would actually get into it, but I would be making yogurt and mala. Unapelekea watu wa mjengo. That's where the money is. Nunua maziwa na tukibu, tengeneza mala, tengeneza yogurt, zungusha hiyo mala na yogurt. Watu watanunua. Kuliko wewe as a young person, wende uchukua loan ya 200k, ununue kang'ombe kamoja pale, alafu even the money to feed that cow you don't have, start the other way around.
Yeah.
At some point you will get cows, but there's an easier way of getting into farming.
Yeah.
I love it.
So when you're getting it, let's say now me, I'm a young guy, I'm excited about getting into farming. It's a bit fearful. I'm giving you a scenario, yeah? It's a bit fearful, Nini. I'm enjoying my media gig here. But should I approach this thing as a business or a lifestyle? And how are you doing it?
Okay, good question. The thing I'm seeing people is they want to quit their well-paying job, like say you as a journalist, and you want to start a side hustle. This isn't because you do not want to wake up at 5 a.m. to get to the office.
Exactly.
You don't want anyone to boss over you. You know, young people, they don't want anyone to boss over them.
Yeah.
However, I believe in the work ethic that these formal places inculcate in us, like waking up early, having financial discipline.
Yeah.
So I will tell you, before you quit to get into farming, first let your business have at least a year or two, and it's giving you some coins.
Okay.
Secondly, before you make that shift, is it possible to run your business remotely, at least for another year? Because inside hustle yangu, I'm rarely here. Like I told you, I was away for a whole month, a week rather, and I was able to monitor my farm. I wish you can see the TV camera. I have one here, and I have another one there, and all over. So whichever part of the world I'm at, I'll be able to remotely monitor my farm. So this is where technology now comes in. So the time dedicated for me to be in this farm is split between I can be at a client's farm, training them. On my way, I can be monitoring my farm, what's going on.
Yeah.
So don't quit or don't join and think 100% you'll be at the farm. Actually, I think it's boring to be at the farm morning to evening, Monday to Saturday. It's boring. You are it's like watching grass grow. Literally.
And it's literally watching grass grow and being eaten by goats. Kamala. Caleb, umenija sana maze. Ata in fact, nimesema nenda kulis land.
Yeah.
Na nenda, in fact, naza na yogurt. Hiyo story ya yogurt. Sijui nani akona mimi MVPs. Tutengeneze yogurt? Call it MVP yogurt. Caleb, it's always amazing to talk to you. And I can't wait to come nisalimie Kamala hapo kwa farm. If people want to reach out to you, if they've got a question or two, what are your social media handles?
Everywhere from LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Caleb Karuga. Everywhere. At Caleb Karuga, please DM me.
Yeah.
You can go to my website, but my website, you can just get my phone number from my website. But all socials at Caleb Karuga, CALEB Karuga, KRUG.
Karuga.
Can we get a tour of your farm?
Oh, I can give you a virtual one right now, or you're welcome.
We want to come there physically with Sheila.
Please do, because Sheila, there's a lady who came and told me my goats are deformed. I asked her,
What?
they were now? She told me, your goat is deformed because it only has 2 teeth.
Oh my
Supposed to
God.
have 4 teeth. People, a goat has 2 teeth, not 4 like a cow. So Sheila, everyone, Karibun is deformed.
Wow. Thank you so much, Caleb.
Asante sana.
A man like Caleb, man, he's encouraging every young person out there. You can get into farming and not just uchukue pesa yako yote uende weke ati shamba. You can start from somewhere. There's so many places you can be on taking the product and turning it into something dope. Asante sana, Caleb.
Catch the vibes on air and online.